We now in Kongsberg, in the garden of Svein Westad. Svein Westad is well known and famous Jews harp player. Good day, Svein.
Nice to meet you here. Yes.
Let's talk about munngarpe. When did you first hear the sound of munngarpe?
Well, actually, when I was a teenager, I used to play the Jews harp, but only like popular melodies that was popular at that time in Norway. But and I forgot about it. But later, I heard on a radio program one day Michiel Kovenes, old recordings, and I was so fascinated about the sound. It sounded so mystical to me that I immediately searched after how to buy a good Jews harp, and I ended up in Setesdal. I bought a harp from Knut Tveit, and later Bjørgulf Strømme, he held his first course in slåttemusikk, traditional slåttemusikk. And then I learned from him, and later I practiced a lot, some 15, 16 years, and then I started to go to competitions. So, well, it's real munngarpe playing, traditional Norwegian style. I started about 25 years back. Yes.
About practicing. What was your practice? How did you work on the material?
Yes, after I joined the course and thought I learned how to play. I started really hard practicing, and it was the tunes that Bjørgulf taught us was the Setesdals tunes, but also later I got from Ono Egeland archive recordings from the Norwegian radio, folk music archive, of the really old players from the 1930s, and like Michiel Kovenes. Most of all, his recordings really fascinated me, and I would try to play the old tunes like Filleværen and the other tunes as best as I could, and this took quite a lot of time. So at least for 10-12 years I was practicing over and over and checking with the other players how they did play these tunes, and really had a kind of competition who was the best player. So this went on for quite a lot of years. I think around 2000, 2001, 2002, there was three of us who was in the leads in this annual landskapslek competitions in the munngarpe class. So 1 year I won, and next year Anders Erik Røyne won, and so back again I won next year again. So it was like we were in the head, both of us. But I don't know, as the years went by, we got interested in doing other things, not just like copying old masters. Recently I've been like to do more improvisational things and inspired by other cultures in other countries. So now I have my personal style, bringing something from Siberia, something from Central Asia, and a little from Japan, and making it into my own playing. So that's what I do now.
About improvisation. Could you show us how correctly improvise Norwegian Jews harp music?
Well, improvising is not like what we do in the first place, because when you improvise, you want to tell a little more about the feeling you feel when you play, and what you want to add some personal feelings to the way you play. And what is not so much used in Norwegian traditional jukharp playing, is like expressing the feeling when you see beautiful nature, expressing the mood of nature. Like we have the Lyaslott, which is not like dancing, it's non-rhythmical tunes. And these are good ways, I think maybe better ways to express what you feel. So sometimes when I play, on the other hand, when I play the rhythmical music, I can start with one slot, one piece, and jump up to the other and pick up some phrases from various tunes and put them together in different order. So that's one way of improvising, and I often also do that, and I think also other players do the same. Onirista in the 50s, 60s, he did exactly like that. He did pick up from phrases and themes from one tune, putting them into another tune. So it's not a new phenomena. He did it like one of the old masters. So then I think we can do this the same. And but what I'll do about expressing the beauty of nature, sounds of nature, that's I didn't start doing that until I learned from other music cultures, like those in Siberia, who describe nature sounds. And I think also in Kyrgyzstan, when they see beautiful nature, they would feel like playing. And when they just stop the rhythmic playing and goes like, oh, what a beautiful, and try to describe the mountains and the rivers. So this is descriptional music that I really like better than just like playing a dance tune from the beginning to the end. Of course, if the people are dancing, that's another thing, but just to be out in nature and listening and starting to play, that's I can give an example on this by the Kivlemøy on the tune. So I can play what I like to play on the Kivlemøy on the tune now. So let's see. I hope you can get some idea what I think about.
What is the strangest thing that has happened to you while you play munngarpe?
Sometimes it happens, but when you are in a special mood, and you know, the rhythm is really fascinating. The rhythm of a set style tune is really fascinating. And old players, they said that if you play late at night and by fireplace and the atmosphere is very tense, and you play a tune with very simple rhythm going on and on and on, repeating, and then it's an old saying that you're like spellbound by your own playing and locked into your own playing, and then you cannot stop. And then this phenomena is called Rameslott. When you go into the Rameslott, you are like hypnotized by your own playing and the rhythm this brings, and the atmosphere and everything. Maybe people dancing close to you, and it's a really exciting atmosphere. And then I've experienced that once actually, when it's hard to stop. But that's only, I think, only one time, and quite different occasion. I also experienced that, but that was when I played together with with Albina, the Yakutian player. Yeah, Diktereva. Yes. When we improvised, we were playing 2 years ago on the stage, and I asked her to play with me because I wanted to feel how it was to really go into the Siberian way of playing. So we started very slow and went slowly faster and faster, and came into the mood when there are howling wolves and sounds of the nature. When we went faster and faster, I just really came into this special mood. It was like hypnotized. I was like hypnotized. And this is really fascinating. And I think maybe also other spellmen, other players have experienced on rare occasions the same thing. But maybe if you're drunk, you can play like that. But I was not drunk at all, and really it was fascinating because I could observe myself going into kind of trance. Yes. So it happens really, but I think some other people also playing has experienced similar things. Yes.